Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you're my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence, I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I'm unafraid. For your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. For I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear, and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence, now and forever. Amen. So, the message is a continuation from this morning. Pisces, you're headed in the right direction. Oh, that's not the message. It was sacred things should be honored. I don't know where I got this one at on here, so that's probably why it didn't come on yet, huh? Well, it is sacred things. Sacred things should be honored. And so we went over a lot of stuff this morning. I don't know why. TikTok was having issues, but either way, we are here. So we have a goal set. Hey, Jody Love. Hey, Athena. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. We have a goal set for the channel, if you see it. We also have a spiritual Q&A and a spiritual poll question happening right now. So if you see those things and you wish to participate, please do. And thank y'all for being here. So where we left off this morning, a student does not just receive information, they absorb the energy, beliefs, and essence of their mentor. While we're waiting for everybody, I want to say, y'all don't hear that damn chirping, because that shit was getting on my nerves this morning. I did go get some batteries. I did have a pretty great day. Yeah, it was a good-ass day. What is happening over there on Twitch? Twitch is having an issue right now. YouTube, y'all look like y'all need some cleansing on y'all screen. And TikTok, y'all was a little late to the party. So we waiting for we just going with the message as it is. But anyway, so how was y'all day? Athena, how was your day? Oh, YouTube, y'all looking pretty crispy right now, honey. Athena, how was your day? Jody, how was your day? So a mentor who teaches from a place of wisdom and instills empowerment and clarity. As to sum up what some of the things that we learned today is you are responsible for the energy that you put out and also for the energy that you receive. What you consume, whether or not that's what you eat, put in your spiritual body. It's also what you listen to, what you pay attention to. Sometimes we don't understand, or sometimes we don't know that we done entered into a contract energetically with somebody. You know, we talked about verbal and nonverbal contracts. Oh, I see what's happening. So Twitch was having a issue, but the reason why they're having it is because this tripod was on the mic, so that's why that was happening. I love you, Athena. Thank you for being here. So sometimes we enter into contracts with, you know, people. There's always something going on, an energy between either, you know, learning something or, you know, teaching something. So mentor and a student energy with relationships, people we come in contact with, you know who it is. It could be a number of things that take place. All right, I don't know about this. Y'all might not be there that long because it looked like something's happening there. But anyway, so that's what was happening earlier. All right, what's going on? We got a little bit of a weird ass energy happening. Mind you, I didn't have that happening all day. I've been having a good ass day. I was very productive and made sure I got here on time, just so y'all know. But anyway, so a student does not just receive information, they absorb the energy, beliefs, and essence of their mentor, and also vice versa. A mentor who teaches from a place of wisdom and love instills empowerment and clarity. A mentor who teaches from ego or control imprints fear, dependency, or distortion. A mentor who is unaware of their own wounds may unconsciously pass down their own limitations to their student. And this is anybody that you could be around. We're talking about mentorship and teachers, but literally, if you are the go-to person for people and you're the one that they give all their business to, I'm also talking to you. Because you have to be careful, you know, what you allow in, but also what you put out. Because if you give a person bad advice, you just gave a person bad advice, and you are responsible for that bad advice. So be mindful of the energetic exchange. We also talked about earlier today about reciprocity, you know, equal give and take. Making sure that you are cleansing yourself spiritually, because it's important to make sure that your energy stays your energy, their energy stays their energy. But also, we already know that sometimes energy is just doing a thing that we don't even understand. Energy's talking to people before you even, you know, get into an actual physical conversation with people. I also explained to you guys how that works. So this is why it's crucial for students to choose their mentors wisely. Choose what you listen to wisely. Choose what you even scrolling, when you're scrolling, you know, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is you're scrolling, because you're also still taking in that information, that knowledge. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You know, I've seen people, sometimes they get online and they'll say, it'll be something scary or spooky, and they'll say, I do not claim the energy attached to this message. Apparently they know. So this is crucial for students to choose their mentors wisely. You are not just learning their words, you are absorbing their energetic essence. The student's energy impacts the mentor. Many believe only the student is affected by mentorship. In a two-way exchange, a mentor also absorbs the energy of their students, sometimes taking on their doubts, their struggles, and the emotions. This is why I teach in the mornings, check on yourself. Make sure that you are okay. How do you feel? From the very moment you wake up, check on you, because if you start, you know, looking at other stuff, this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 you could potentially be distracted by what is your energy and what is somebody else's. So check on yourself first. Did you wake up with a good attitude? Did you wake up feeling, you know, happy, sad? Does your body hurt? Is it feeling amazing? Set your intentions after that. After you check on yourself, set your intentions. What type of day am I going to have? What type of energy am I going to put out today? Check on you. Do your affirmations. Whatever it is that you do that before you start doing anybody else's energy, to make sure you are in alignment with what you want to do for the duration of the day. Hey, Katrina. It's very important for you to set your intentions and to know what was your energy from the beginning. And some people may not understand this, may not be for you. But for those of you who are, you know, definitely on this wavelength, y'all know how important it is to make sure you are okay first before, you know, you start letting. It's like, do you know that when, say you are sleeping, right? And a phone call comes in. Before you even get a chance to absorb even how you feel or what, you know, your body is going to do for the day or whatever, and you accept the phone call and there's somebody on there saying yada, 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 they have now affected your mood for the rest of the day. You didn't even get a chance to check in with yourself. They have now set your day up for whatever it is, and now you have to cleanse energetically your space to figure out, did I just let this person insert their bullshit into my system before I even got a chance to even understand what my own energy is doing today? Because that happens. And we have to be mindful not to allow certain things to happen, because now it sets the tone for us. Meanwhile, we should be setting the tone for us, but somebody else has now set the tone for us. these things are very important spiritually, especially with this day and time, because it's a lot of heavy ass energy that is, you know, lingering and around. It's a lot of entity, you know, energy at work. And as I teach y'all, you know, my group knows, you know, we all have demons, but there is some, you know, very specific ones that are not tied to human spirits or anything else. That was their assignment. They're not going to worry about whether or not they're going to have issues in this lifetime or the next lifetime. They don't give a fuck. Their only job is to make sure they take you off your pathway. And if you're not in touch with yourself, you letting them do it a whole lot easier and a whole lot faster. And mind you, we all are susceptible to this. Because as I explain to y'all every day, I sit in front of y'all, I tell y'all what happens in my life, I tell y'all how I have, you know, allowed certain things to, you know, and mind you, I could have gotten a warning, and I told y'all how I got the warning. Meanwhile, sometimes we like to touch the stove. That's the way some of us learn. Some of us don't learn by, you know, oh, somebody tells you, you know, this, that, or the third. Like, nobody's going to have to tell me what happens to you. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Kevin. That name still cracks me up. Hey, they don't do all my info on the dark web. LOL, I'm dead. I'm cracking up. How was your day? Yo, that shit is funny. Anyway, so make sure you don't get intercepted, because that's technically what that is. Somebody's intercepting your energy for you. And somebody now just harvested off your ass. Energetic vampires. And mind you, it could have been, you know, very innocent. Just somebody calling saying, you know, this happened to me, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, people are sometimes are, you know, very much, some people are unaware, but the entity that inhabits them is very much aware. Take it how it resonates. So a student who is deeply receptive energizes and inspires a mentor. A student who is resistant or manipulative drains the mentor's energy. I done had somebody, and I done talked about the person, you know, multiple times on this channel, you know, not too much, but enough, energy, very manipulative. Like, I literally had to kind of back away from the person because it kept being a thing. Mind you, entity attachment like a mother sucker, and she just was fucking hard-headed. To the tune of, like, do your own thing. Like, you have to do your own thing. Like, nobody is responsible for your journey. And for some reason, the person just always wanted to, like, every little thing was a question. And that's cool, but if it has something to do with your pathway, you need to go sit and talk to God about it. Like, you can't, some people are very much codependent, and we already just talked about that. So as a teacher, a lot of y'all, people coming to you to give you their business, they don't make a move unless, you know, you give them some insight or something, because some of y'all spiritual teachers, be very aware. Be very, very, very aware, because some of these people, you have to complete the steps for yourself. You can't give them every little waking moment of this, like, that don't make sense. But some people are like that. And some people will get mad at you because you won't give them an answer to their test. Because you may have already experienced something. You may have already had the conversation, but sometimes people just want you to take their hand and guide them through whatever, like, this is not your journey. It's their journey. They have to complete the journey for themselves. They can't use you to now babysit them all the way through. Nobody held your hand when you was over there fucking crying about all the shit you went through. So it's good to have somebody to talk to. It's also good for you to, you know, give out some information or, you know, some guidance, but you can't walk them through it. They got to do it themselves. And you will also end up in trouble. And like I told you, the energetic ties, if they're being dealt with and you insert yourself, guess who's also going to be dealt with? You. So we all have to be mindful. A mentor who takes on too many students without protecting their energy becomes spiritually depleted. Because this shit is tiring. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but literally, even when I am doing like tarot and this, that, and the third, like, that energy is draining. This is why mentors must practice energetic hygiene, setting boundaries, and clearing themselves of excess attachments. And it's whatever you like to do. Like a person, somebody may, do a spiritual bath. Somebody may go and ground, and somebody may use all of them. It's for whoever and whatever actually makes you happy. Like I could just go outside and I'm just all the way in tune with nature, love gardening, things of that nature, because it lets me know that my energy's still good because I'm making shit grow. But I also love when I take a shower and I can just soak my whole entire body. Like it just stimulates my scalp on down to everything else. And a lot of times I get a lot of downloads when I'm taking showers or taking baths. So you have to, figure out what works for you, and what works for you might not work for somebody else. What works for somebody else might not work for you. You got to figure out what works for you. Praying. Everybody's not going to pray the same. Like sometimes you could just pray while walking and this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you, if I go in that closet, it's going to be a whole different ball game. You have to do what works for you. Mentorship does not always begin and end in one lifetime. We already talked about that. Some of us could be potentially or have had to deal with some past life events. We didn't finish it. Now here we here dealing with the same type of energy, dealing with the same type of bullshit. But this time, instead of running, sometimes you just got to stand still and allow it to play out to finish the job. Many mentor students' relationships have roots in past lives, where knowledge was once exchanged and now continues in a new form. If a lesson was left incomplete in the past life, the soul may reunite to finish their work. If there was misuse of power in a past mentorship, the teacher led the student astray, the souls may meet again to correct and heal the imbalance. If the student betrayed or abandoned the mentor, or vice versa, the energetic ties may persist until forgiveness and closure are reached. Because these karmic connections run deep. Mind y'all, you hear a lot of people, they make fun of the karmic is always bad, and it's the karmic this and this, but a karmic is a lesson. A karmic is a person who teaches you. There's something that had to be done, so of course we don't want to deal with the lessons, but we have to be accountable for the stuff that we get into. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Hi, Mike. Thank you for being here. So be mindful of that. Like, don't have people, you have to run away from a karmic, this, and a third. That's a lesson. And you're going to get the lesson regardless of whether or not you want it in this lifetime, next lifetime, the lifetime after that. You're going to get the lesson. So funny thing, I was talking to my brother earlier today, right? And so we started talking about when I said women should not be talking on men's stuff and men should not be talking on women's stuff. And he was also telling, well, I said that this morning, but to clarify, because he ended up saying it exactly the right way, in the way that it should be stated. A lady said, or a man, how they do it is it's like they generalize. So she said, all black men. And my brother pointed out, they say it the way they say it. That's what makes it, not to a true statement. The people that they have dealt with, which I can accept that. So if you learn this lesson from the people that you have dealt with, that's one thing. And so if you are a woman and you're saying these are the lessons that I learned from the men that I have dated, that's one thing. But to clump all black men or all white men or all white women or all black women into certain aspects, you can't speak for all men, all women, all nothing. It's just not acceptable. So it's like when men say something about women, and I said that too. Like, men continually keep wanting to speak on women. It's like women should. How do you know? But, as my brother explained to me today, because I said what I said to y'all earlier, sometimes it's just the experience. So I have something for y'all, because the universe dropped something on me today, which I really actually love, because he said it the way I meant it to y'all earlier today. When I said, I don't know if I really even want to be with anybody, because people be disrupting, peace. And I don't have time for that. I don't want my peace disrupted, right? And so this is what the man ended up saying. And I thought it was the best thing ever. Okay, where you at, sir? They call it a free spirit. So this is what the man said.
Messing with a free-spirited woman is not for the weak, all right? She's free, and she has no problem showing you that she's free. My brother, that woman does not belong to you. Right? She will let you know that she does not belong to you in many, many, many ways. And the problem with her is that she's passionate. She will make you feel like she is in love because she really does mean it. She's a good person. She is sweet enough to make your teeth rot. All right, she can give you diabetes as good of a person as she is. She's a wonderful, amazing person. Don't let that deceive you. My boy, she's there for the vibes. All right, she loves love. She's passionate about passion. All right, she's in the moment. She's not necessarily there with you. She's not really lying to you. She's not playing you. She's just experiencing. And a lot of times it's easy to get caught up with this woman. It's so easy to get caught up with this woman. My brother, you got to read the room and stay focused. She's not mentioning a thing about a title, even though y'all are having incredible sex. Y'all are having incredible conversations. Y'all's time together feels like it's not enough. She has not brought up one selfish idea. Bro, she's not the one that's for the streets. You are to her. After she's done getting what she needs out of you, my boy, she is going to release you back to the wild and go on about her business. And even after y'all are pretty much over and done with, she's still going to interact with you. She's not going to act like a stranger. When she says she's proud of you, she's proud of you. When she says she's happy for you, she's really happy for you. But the free spirit is what she is. She's moved on to the next vibe, and you are going to be left picking up the pieces. There will be no commitment. That woman was never yours, yet it will be the hardest breakup you will ever have in your life. I've seen it happen before. Look, leaving free spirits alone. All right, you not cut out for it. Messing with a free spirited woman.
So my brother said men men are not ready for that. Athena, I'm cracking up. Athena said hoes. Athena, you know we love the hoes though. I am crying. So on one aspect, it's one type of spiritual person. It's another type of spiritual person. We listen and we don't judge. So a lot of people are celibate. I have been celibate for a very long time. But the conversation went into, you know, Katrina. In case a person wants to, you know, do whatever it is they want to do. Because when you are mentoring people, some people will say, well, am I allowed to do this or am I allowed to do that? They'll say smoking, you know, drinking. We done lost TikTok too, just so y'all know. I tend to, what is your journey? Like, you know, I'm not here to tell you what you can or cannot do spiritually, because spiritually, everybody follows their own pathway. And I wanted to do the ayahuasca journey, which I think they make it into a tea, but we have to also be mindful, like herbalism and things of that nature uses tinctures. Some use alcohol, things of that nature. Some people may not get involved in things of that nature. Excuse me. So it's up to you. I am not supposed to tell you what to do, but for me and what I'm allowed to do, I haven't been drinking, smoking, you know, none of the fun stuff, right? But I said it's a pretty long time. You know, we're going into, you know, a moment here, and if I decided to do anything, because I also have an issue with people, and you know, I haven't really been liking anybody because I'm able to spot some stuff a whole lot faster. And I don't like that. So if I decided to, that would be my business. But he put it exactly the way I felt like it should have been explained. But anyway, my brother said earlier today, because I was laughing again at the conversation that we was having earlier today, because I said I couldn't believe that the time went by that fast. And everybody said, that's because you was having a good time. You was laughing and everything. I was having a good time. The message this morning was extremely informative. Even for me, I'm sitting here giving the message, but guess what? As I was talking to y'all and getting a little bit more insight in between, it gave more thoughts. And so that turned out to be, you know, a really great message. And this is why we still have the message on the table, because the whole thing didn't get all the way fully delivered, because mind you, we was there for hours, almost like 3 hours and something, or almost, I don't know. We started at what, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, almost 3 hours. But it was a good ass message. It went by pretty quickly. Anyway, because these karmic connections run deep, a student may feel an inexplicable pull towards a certain teacher or a mentor. So you having a strong sense of, I know a person before. I need to get next to that person. Some of y'all need to realize, like, some of these people that y'all get connected to is not meant for y'all to be sleeping with. There's a lesson that has to be learned from, then to, but, hey, we listen and we don't judge again, because sometimes we fuck around and find out the hard way, like, that was only supposed to be a friend, or that was only supposed to be a moment. That was only supposed to be, it was never supposed to be sex. But, sometimes we lead with the other parts and mess up the whole entire thing. And now here we are about to do it again. And then you end up with the same energy on the next one. I was just on the part you was talking about Bruce Lee before you got on here. Yeah, because it was talking about energetic exchange, like how warriors are literally trying to mess up, or, in order to take you down, they're trying to mess with your energetic field. Because in one way it makes you strong, and the other way it makes you weak. And the person on the defensive end is basically trying to make sure that they keep their defenses up. Or a mentor may feel a strong sense of responsibility for a certain student. So you know how have you ever been connected to somebody, you just be like, I just want to protect them, I just want to care for them, I just want to, I know. Athena said them fires be so pretty though. Well, they be, very much, what's the word, when they be pulling you towards them? Again, sometimes you just got to touch the fire, touch the stove. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really like a true like fire starter, because I like big fires. And so you know that when you start a fire, you could potentially be the person that gets burned. Them fires be so pretty though. Yes. And mind you, I don't like little fires. If you follow my channel, you know I be making them big ass I was gonna say, what is smoking down there? I be making them big ass Salem witch fires. If you know, then you know. How to navigate a sacred exchange consciously. So for mentors, be intentional. Be intentional about who you teach. Not every student is meant for you. Protect your energy. Do not give endless without replenishing yourself. Teach with integrity. Your words and energy will shape your student beyond what you can see. Release students when it's time. Do not create dependency or hold them back for your own validation. That's important. And even for students, need to know when to let go. Yeah, gotta fly past it too. And sometimes I'll be like, well, can't quit now. You ain't not. I think I know all too well, honey. So for this students, be discerning with who you learn from. Be discerning on what you consume, what you take in. And this is for everybody, because if you are teaching, you're also learning. And if you're learning, you're also teaching. You should be anyway. Because how can you not learn in the process? To each his own. Anyway, you're absorbing more than just knowledge. Honor the wisdom you receive. Do not take it lightly or misuse it. Recognize when mentorship has served its purpose. Not all teachers are meant to stay forever. You might just need to learn a little bit and then go on again. Or you may need to stay for a little bit longer, and then you come back, check in and, do some, what's that extra credit? What's them hours? I got to do them for aesthetics. It is like 2 hours of, making sure that you stay current credits or something. That shit. So cut energetic cords if necessary. Not all mentors and student ties are healthy or meant to continue. And that's just period, okay? So today's reflection. Mentorship is not just an exchange of knowledge. It is an energetic, karmic, and spiritual connection that can also shape you and them for lifetimes. Have you consciously chosen mentors in your life? Do y'all know, like, have you consciously chosen anybody to learn from specifically? Like, you'd be like, oh, I feel like they could teach me something, or I've grown from them. I'm sure we all have, because we all have. Did we even think about the connection or the energetic tie that we were creating with this person or the situation as it was happening? Probably not, because I don't think that I have either, even with, some of the people you get connected with. Are you aware of the energy you give or receive in these relationships? Do you need to release any lingering energetic ties that no longer serve you or your growth? So honor the sacred contracts you hold and engage in mentorship with the awareness and reverence it deserves. Because remember, I was also talking about even the conversation, that I have with my brother. My brother's younger than me, and we learn from each other. But when there's stuff that I need to know, about men and this, that, and third, and the other thing we was laughing at is because Katrina, when you said something about the George Jefferson, right? I said, see, shit like this be pissing me the fuck off, right? Because at the end of the day, people, it's always a person that will try to be harder on you than they even are on themselves, or it's somebody that is talking that shouldn't be talking, right? Because they'll be trying to, play on you or whatever. But I cannot believe I fucking let a nigga that had a George Jefferson play in my motherfucking face, right? And mind you, I was laughing. Then my brother said he was getting ready to come over here when he came into YouTube, and he said it's that cul-de-sac, right? He said, because cul-de-sacs be dead ends. You know how it's shaped like a U? Yo, I was crying. I said, now see, the whole thing, Katrina, you brought that up, pissed me off all over again. Although I was laughing, but in my mind, I was like, now see, this is why this is why certain things, like, you got to make sure that you heal from these things all the way, but it be certain circumstances that you don't think about it until later on. Somebody bring it up, then you be like, yeah, that made a whole lot of fucking sense. Either way, here we are. We're already in. So what does this mean for you as a guide and a spiritual mentor, right? As a mentor or spiritual guide, teaching the connections, the student-teacher relationship, or just like, sitting in the presence of or learning from, individual, or being around and allowing the energetic ties. You're not just sharing knowledge, you're transmitting energy, wisdom, and spiritual codes that have the power to shape the people that you're engaging with, and also vice versa. This makes your role sacred, requiring deep awareness, integrity, and responsibility. Ego big as hell. No, he's... and period. Like, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, while we let that happen, Katrina, though. Sucker for a love. You know what I'm saying? Sucker for love. Period. Should be so crazy. Athena, right? Just be out here loving people, knowing good and well we don't think about it till later. It's okay. Play us fuck up, y'all. We good. We learning now. Okay. We ain't gonna let that happen again. That was another thing he said. After you actually go through the lesson, you don't get played on that aspect again. So they can't come at you like that no more, okay? Okay. So they got you once. Maybe twice. Now a third time, you gotta be accountable for your shit, okay? Each lesson you teach is an I always say good deed will keep a dude around longer than they should. I tried to say it. You heard what I said earlier, y'all. When I said yesterday, when I said you still gonna get cussed out, but if you're doing this, you're gonna get cussed out a different way. That's so sad. Why are we like that? That is sad, but it's the truth. Knowing good and well we should have kicked them to the curb a long time ago, but see, when they push you down, it just be right. She said like he got a full head of hair. You ain't never lied. Look, you'll be pulling on this little string back here. I am crying. You not lying. Athena, you ain't wrong. Shit, you be pulling on this little bit of hair right here. Rub it on the... Y'all, see what I'm saying? It's prayer time. Act right. God forgive me. See what I'm saying? Let me hurry up and get this message out the way. Y'all get ready to get me in trouble. And got the nerve to not shave it. Yo, and got the nerve not to shave it completely bald, fading it up and shit. No, look, no way. No way. Athena said the light comb over. Man, just shave it off, all right? Yo, my brother said he was definitely getting ready to come over here and tell you what the cul-de-sac meant. He said when you see that, just run. It's definitely not going nowhere. It's definitely a dead end. He said, Ty, you live in a cul-de-sac. And I definitely do. Period. That shit is crazy. Each lesson you teach is energetic offering, a ripple effect that extends beyond words. I mean, a definite girl, they be fine, fine. You don't even know they bald headed with them hats on either, right? And period. Take it how it resonates for you. That's how I got caught. Gotta let it go. Yo, I am cracking up. Each lesson you teach is an energetic offering, a ripple effect that extends beyond words. Some students will absorb your teachings immediately, while others may not realize the depth of what they were receiving until later. And that's the fact. So, when you see it is when you're meant to hear it, but it's also like I like audibles, right? And so it's because I'm always doing something, even though I'll buy the book, that I have on Audible, but I like audibles. I'll be writing and I'll be listening. So I keep two books on, well, I got more than two books, but two books that I always go back to replay: The Secrets and The Millionaire Next Door. It's another one. The Power of Now is also another one, right? Those books, every time I hear them, I learn something else, or I hear something new in them that I didn't hear before. But those are three reference books that are, and there's more, but those are just ones that I will replay and I have listened to, fully through for years because they just make sense. Now he don't got comfortable and got the nerve to look at me in the eyes while yo, I am cracking up in the beginning, yeah, but now he done got comfortable. He done got comfortable on your ass. That's how they do, and then they start talking down to you and shit, like acting like they better than you. See how I go? Now, at one point in time, you was willing to listen because it was like a good exchange of energy. The mentor, the student, they was learning. You was learning from them, this, that, and the third, and now here they go. Want to start, overextending their reach on something, and it don't make sense. Like, why you being that? It's sad. Like, I know what you look like without that hat on, right? Yes. But, I said it to y'all earlier. Sometimes we start letting people just play in our face and faces, and we already know, like, why we doing that? Like, this has really ran its course because now when we have this type of energy, like, we shouldn't even be together. But now we have created patterns. Now we have conditioned ourselves to get used to whoever this mother sucker is, knowing good and damn well we probably deserve so much better. But, here we are, stuck in a relationship, and then here and there they do the right thing and we back in it again. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. And now we should have known we could have left months, weeks, and days ago, but here we are still dealing with the same bullshit, mind you. And then once it's over, for real, we be mindful of, you mean to tell me I wasted 8 years of my fucking life? Like, I already knew this shit was very much fucked up, but I done wasted 8 years of my life doing this bullshit. It's stressful. Some students will absorb your teachings immediately, while others may not realize the depth of what they're receiving until much later. Your energy, clarity, and intention determine how well your guidance is received and integrated. This means you must be clear and intentional about the energy you carry into your teachings, or into your relationships, or into your connections, or into your partnerships, and with vice versa. Sometimes people are on your level and they prosper from you on every aspect. Fact, that was what that said too. But only have the physical to give you because they don't know what the fuck they doing when it comes to anything. When a student is ready, the teacher will appear. So you could be there. This person may have been there to teach you from the beginning. And now, since it has ran its course, now you're going to teach them. But that's only if they allow you to, because most of the time, even in those like situations, they don't allow us to because they're already set in their ways and they think that they can't learn from us. That's my baby though, and I'll be missing the glare off his head in in the bedroom like that. Yo, I am cracking up, and that's the worst for me now. Like 2 days in, okay, I'm out. I mean, that's the way it be. So I mean, it's sad, but look at the pattern we create for ourselves because it's crazy how we can all identify with that. It already seems like it's fucked up, but we all can identify with it because we all done it. But why? Why do we stay way longer than we should? But this is also teaching you. Mentor, teacher, don't stay. It's just supposed to be the experience. Because if it's earth school and you're supposed to learn and you're supposed to get the lesson, how are you going to get the lesson if we keep holding ourselves back? And that's in all the relationships. So sometimes we just have to realize like this relationship or this friendship or this whatever it is only supposed to last this long. When we start holding on to it, it starts to begin to get very much, toxic and we not learning from each other no more. We creating bad behavior more than we're creating anything good. We arguing, we fussing, we fighting, we, making up in very, aggressive ways. But the lesson was to learn when to cut ties or to learn how, to just take the experience. But also, what if the lesson was you was never supposed to be with that person? You was only supposed to teach that person in the process and never ever supposed to cross any boundaries with that person. But because we felt some type of way, we thought that it was supposed to be a love relationship or it was supposed to be a sexual relationship or it was supposed to be a marriage or it was supposed to be whatever we did. But what if that was not what it was supposed to have been? It was just supposed to be learning experience. The truth is most things are for levels and not for life. I like that. But how many of us know to do that? You see what I'm saying? That's also where my brother said, when I told y'all I might just choose this version, my brother said, you can't do that to men. We can't handle that. Men are not going to say that. Have y'all ever noticed that? And then this is what me and him was laughing at, because I said most of the time they was going to do the same thing. Like most of the time you could get ready to get with somebody. They know in their heart of hearts, they are not holding on to you. All they want to do is crack that back for you real quick. And then they want to be out. But do you realize the minute you tell them, that's all I want you to do, and then I'm leaving, and we never are going to talk to each other ever again. All of a sudden, now you want some shit that you didn't even want. Now you're stuck in something that you didn't even want because a person told you, I don't want you just as much as you don't want me, but I want you how much you want me, but I don't want you past that. Drink your water, Pisces. But then the other thing that happens is, suppose y'all figure out that we can have just this type of relationship, right? A sexual relationship. You do realize after a while you spend enough time with a person, somebody's going to like somebody. Somebody's going to start to like somebody. It happens all the time. And then what happens now when y'all want to change the dynamics? Do we now go into another conversation, or do we just drift into a relationship that we're not even sure if we want to have, but we like it here. The sex is good. You cook good. I can come over. Your house clean. You got your house. I got my house. Now we doing the relationship shit that we didn't even ask for because we had enough sex to, kind of cross the line. Damned him downstairs when he go back out the door to smoke. I'm going to be voice commenting again. I am cracking up. Yo. So it says you're creating spiritual contracts with those who engage in your teachings or in your energy. Even if they do not, or even if they so silently or from a distance. So you're creating contracts with me. I'm creating contracts with you. It's from a distance. It's over the internet. But the fact that I show up and y'all continue to keep coming in and we keep having conversations on the chat and more people come in the chat because the chat be popping, y'all. So now we are creating spiritual contracts with each other. We don't even know each other, a lot of us, but we know each other. Energetically, we having a fucking good ass time on here. We learning something. I'm learning something from y'all. Y'all learning something from me. We all, can put our energy in the midst. And here we are. Somebody is high. Who is high? Because your energy is like, mind you, it's, kind of putting me in a very... So who's smoking? Because I feel weed. This is why doing everything correctly is essential, not just in the words you speak, but in the energy you hold. So why is this message important today, April 1st, 2025? Majestic Grace said me. Somebody. Oh, and Athena said totally smoking because I feel high. Like, I ain't smoked the damn thing, but I feel like the energy of high. Y'all, like... So, hey, mind you coughing and shit. I told y'all, energy does the strangest things. I don't know how this happens, but literally, I can pick it up. Don't ask me how. It just works. But that's how I felt. I felt like I was getting high. Either way, that prime example. It might be from me, from the contact, the herbal smoke left in the air. He got on the sides. Well, we got two people in here actually smoking. And Athena, it probably was, it's, closer because we all engaging in the chat. But literally, that's the way I felt. It felt like my body started to relax like high. April 1st is often associated with trickery and illusion. Mind you, Happy New Year. Happy, spring. Happy, it's the time to now sow seeds and manifest and things of that nature. But meanwhile, here they got us talking about some April Fool's Day. I smoke fairly often, LOL. Keeps me off the bipolar meds, truth be told. I mean, I ain't judging because guess what? You already know my thoughts on it. I can't wait. Shit. And mind you, it's been in my spirit a lot lately. I feel like, but it was, Ramadan and some other things, wasn't allowed to smoke. But, I'm learning even stuff about that is, I'm changing. Because I'm different. Look, Kevin in here smoking, y'all, that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, my body just started to relax. Like, it made me start to feel like I'm getting ready to relax and be sleepy. And it started to be overwhelming. That's why I asked. Because I felt it, but I didn't want to say nothing. But then it just started to be overwhelming. Either way, we mentioned it. I'm back on track, okay? Just get it out my system. But I felt it. So April 1st is often associated with trickery and illusions. April Fool's Day, but beneath the surface energy, there is a deeper truth about perception, reality, and discernment. This is a day when the collective consciousness is vulnerable to deception, confusion, and misalignment. A perfect time to bring clarity, truth, and sacred awareness to your role as a mentor, a guide, somebody that's spiritually aligned. The energy of today is asking, are you teaching from the truth or an illusion? Are you honoring the sacred responsibility of your role or allowing distractions to dilute your message? Are y'all even giving the message? Because I know some people will say, oh, I'm not ready for this, that, and third, but I know y'all interact with people on a daily basis. People will be asking you questions. People will be talking to you. So are your students receiving knowledge in a way that empowers them, or are they susceptible to distortion and interpretations? Today, your lesson is more than just a teaching role. It is a protection and anchoring of higher wisdom in the world that is often distorts the truth. This is why honoring the sacred nature of mentorship is especially today. I'll be right back on my social media, like what grinds my gears, period. Like, get back on it. We need it. It's important. And make sure I follow you too, whatever platform you are on, Athena. So if I don't, make sure you inbox me, let me know. This is my channel. Why is it important to do everything correctly? As a spiritual guide, as a mentor, as a teacher, as a student, why is it important to do everything correctly? And when I say correctly, I mean correctly for you, correctly for whatever's happening. Thank you, whatever is happening, with you spiritually. In spiritual mentorship, there is no room for carelessness. Every word, every intention, and every energetic exchange carries consequences. If a lesson is given without full awareness, it can be misinterpreted, diluted, or even weaponized. Remember earlier today I said ignorance is bliss? Cause y'all, when you don't know something, you're you're not heavily accountable for it. But when you know something and you're teaching something and you know better, you get dealt with immediately. Okay, so ignorance is definitely bliss because it gives you the room, the wiggle room to say, I didn't know. Y'all don't have that when you definitely know. When you know better, you do better. And corrupting people and situations is definitely not the way to go. So doing things correctly means teaching with spiritual integrity, ensuring your messages aligns with universal truth, being mindful of how students interpret and absorb your teachings, recognizing that your words are planting seeds. Some will grow into enlightenment while others may create confusion if not delivered properly. That's why I tell y'all stories. And that's mostly why I tell y'all stories about me, because if I tell y'all stories about me, I'm not definitely crossing into too many people's energy. I'm crossing into my energy. Although, because some of us are walking hand in hand and literally we have the same exact experiences, y'all be having the same exact experiences. That's why certain people say, are you in this house? Or are you around here? Or did you just know? Or did you see, whatever? It happened to me too. Man, my karma comes so quickly, like quicker than I even see anyone else goes through, which I am not mad, but dang, that's what I'm saying. I get dealt with immediately. If I do some shit wrong, I'm in trouble right here today. That's why they be telling me real quick, you gonna get in trouble if you do that. Don't do that. I don't think other people get told that because these motherfuckers be doing whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it, with no consequences at all, period. Just out here doing whatever. But I already told you, some entities don't have consequences. This is their job, to fuck you up, okay? That's it, that's all. This is especially true for spiritual teachers because the knowledge you share is not just intellectual, it is vibrational. So you're transmitting a vibration. If your frequency is pure, the lesson will be received in clarity. If it is misaligned, the energy can create distortions. Your responsibility is to safeguard the purity of the teaching because once knowledge is released into the world, it takes on a life of its own because words have power. And you have to be mindful of your words. So, learning from this message, your students will receive this message on multiple levels. Consciously, some will immediately understand the importance of honoring mentorship and sacred knowledge. Subconsciously, others may not realize it now, but the energy that in this teaching will awaken something within them later, which is important. Katrina said, I get no karmic mercy. I mean, because it's a thing. When you know better, you do better. Ignorance is definitely bliss on that area. Energetically, even if they do not grasp the words, they will feel the shift in the frequency, which may subtly guide their actions and choices. This message was definitely a good one that got given to me because of the fact that sometimes we don't realize how easy it is to create a contract spiritually with somebody. And then you're wondering why certain things start to happen or a shift that changes, something or something gets altered. And you're like, how the fuck did that happen? Well, you just entered into a contract with somebody. And so I told y'all before, I start to realize when certain things start to happen around me when glass starts breaking. My garage is full of glass right now as we speak. And I mean, shit just was breaking everywhere. Like, what the fuck is up with that? But mind you, here we go. And this is why I don't have social media now. Too bright for the room. And to each his own. You got to do what you got to do. A greater respect for knowledge and mentorship, recognizing it as a sacred exchange. A deeper understanding for why not all information should be shared fully and freely. A new level of discernment, learning to recognize true wisdom versus illusion or distortion. The realization that mentorship is an energetic bond that must be honored, maintained, and sometimes released with the lesson being completed. It's over, it's done with. We can't linger around too long because we got other things to do. You have other assignments, you have other pupils, you have other lessons to be, learning. So you got to learn to not linger around in certain things too long because, again, you're hindering the next student or you're hindering the next person you're supposed to teach. The realization that mentorship is an energetic bond that must be honored, maintained, and sometimes released when the lesson is complete. Your lesson today is planting seeds in their consciousness, their energy fields, and even their future selves. Some will begin to integrate this now, others will over time, but none will remain unchanged, which is important. So, embracing your role with honor. And this is going to be the end of the message. Teaching Earth School every morning is not just my routine. It is a sacred calling that I am sharing my lessons. Y'all know how I told y'all my story, how I got set down here. So, I'm guiding souls, influencing realities, and shaping the spiritual fabric of a lot of you. And I wanted to be responsible, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing the right things by y'all. So this morning, I had to take a little bit more time to make sure that I was in alignment and trying to make sure that I gave the message properly, which I felt like I did because of the fact that the message went by quickly and it was long. And it didn't seem like it took that long. But in the chat, we all had good conversation and everybody was engaged and we all gave, our stories and things of that nature. So on a day like today, when illusions and wisdom are in conflict, the messages serve as a pillar of clarity. It reminds us that mentorship is not just a casual act, but a spiritual contract, an energetic exchange, and sacred responsibility for us all. Because I'm also learning from y'all. So I may be the one sitting here, but as I'm engaging with y'all in the chat, we all share our stories and we're all learning from each other. We're all creating energetic bonds and connections with each other. So honor our roles, whichever one we're playing at the moment in time. Teach with integrity, speak with power, hold space with reverence, and above all, remember, sacred things should be honored. So that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God. I hope I did the message very well. And thank y'all for trusting me, with your spiritual guidance. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all in the morning for Earth School at 8 a.m. sharp. Thank you. And the message is already posted. So go with God.